Bula, everyone in Fiji. I just did a live video wrapping up what's going on with this cyclone. Still standing what I had done a couple days ago here with my forecast for Sunday night winds. Now, I had written on here that there will be rain and strong gusts through Tuesday. It is still a little bit gusty, only on the north side. South sides are still really calm. And then rain across the islands until Saturday. So flooding is the bigger issue here right now. There have been a lot of pictures coming to me. Thank you for sharing them of scenes like this, where people are now trying to get away from areas that flooded, especially on the west side of Viti Levu, the main Fijian island. So a lot of stores that got covered in water, things up to the rooftop. I have gone ahead and shared a video where I helped clean up the mess with a friend when the waters rose this high. This muddy water, when it drains down from mountains and picks up all that dirt, from all the terrain, it ends up covering things in it could be like an inch or two of mud, thick mud underneath all that. So I hope everybody is able to get some reprieve from this sooner than later, but unfortunately, it is still ongoing with the rainfall. So there is a cyclone that's going to make a second and third landfall. I'm going to put together some products for that again too today. And first I wanted to zone in on Fiji. So finally we're going to get that southward pull. It's coming very soon, and that's when we know that this thing is really getting away from land. The gusts have gone down to just, a couple of gale force on the north portions of the islands, but there's still more moisture coming in. So that's the bigger story here. And then this is what is going to be going on. Since I already did a live, I have everything set to Australia where I ended my last live, but the audio wasn't on. So unfortunately, I'm going to do it again, but I might as well play out. In the next 24 hours, we do have an island on part of the Northern Territory of Australia that will have a direct impact from a cyclone. This one just a little bit stronger than what we are seeing on the other part of the world here with Fiji. So that will make a second landfall. I have a forecast video up for that from days ago, and that forecast is still verifying and still stands. So for right now, going back to the now time, the pinks are going to be gusts around 60 miles per hour, 60 kilometers per hour. So gale force, at worst. It shouldn't be getting not much closer to Vanuatu, and definitely not any stronger over there than it was for Fiji. So New Caledonia, Vanuatu, they're in the clear. It's all that rain that's going to keep coming over Fiji for days and days to come that is the bigger problem. And then there will be a close brush by from this system with New Zealand. I believe I looked at some of the upper air maps and where things are going high in the sky. So my forecast a few days ago, I'd mentioned that there'd be some components to the south that could help pull this storm away from New Zealand, but they're not quite catching up with one another the way that they would need to in order to do that. So it is going to have a little more time to get stronger and impact New Zealand just a little bit more. I'll help you, honey. Don't worry about it. I'll go take care of it in a minute. I can hear you. Yeah. I'll do that in a moment. And so I'm going to have lunch with my daughters soon here. I got thrown off that the microphone didn't work. So luckily, things are going away. All I really want to show you now is that the satellite view to look at just how much moisture is out there, how much rain is going to come, when will there finally be a break. I've been saying Thursday, there could be some short breaks. So to be very clear, this is the main Fiji island. Suva is here, this area. So we're getting a kind of patchy breaks in the rain. And now I'm going to play out the last 12 hours to get an idea of where things are moving. And it's very clear that with Fiji being in the middle here, there is a lot of moisture that is kind of coming down toward that area. So as this system, the cyclone itself, moves more south, this moisture band will also drift south with it, kind of tailing behind, like you see with comets and their tails. It'll be in its wake, and that means that it's going to run over Fiji again and again. So unfortunately, while there are some breaks right now, this is just cloud cover where it's white, not rainfall. There's, some chance here that there's just sprinkles on and off, clouds going over the island, but not a lot of torrential downpours at the moment. That is building up again, though. I was forecasting that overnight, so this would be Monday night in Fiji, that there'll be more strong, heavy rainfall. So if you already are somewhere that's covered with water, I hope everybody's been able to get to a safer zone higher up, or maybe somewhere that was not impacted so severely. Also, I believe the low tide should have receded some of that water, at least the coastal waters that we were seeing in some of the photos. So there will be a lot more rain to come for the next like 5 days, but it'll be more on and off at this point. Still torrential downpours though. So I just want everybody to be aware that you can look at your radar. You can get a weather app for radar specifically. I really prefer my radar on a phone, but I can't open that on this computer and show you guys that one here. As you'll see, it's just kind of blotchy on this one, but I feel like my radar on the phone app, it's a lot easier to see. So that's MYRADAR if you want to look up that one. So again, that would be where that satellite was kind of patchy and just the clouds with light rain in blue, and then heavier rains come in yellow. So not as severe today, but in the overnight hours and tomorrow, there will be more rain again. So that's the bigger problem here, standing water and the cleanup. But this thing is out of the way. And now I have people telling me, oh, but on the 19th, there's going to be another one. And that's very likely that there could be more coming. I'll keep you updated on that when I have ideas about forecast tracks for them. With that being the 19th and today, that's about 10 days away. That's at this point is where I would normally be saying, yeah, I could see that there's enough moisture. There's going to be a tropical wave left behind as this goes away. The cyclone moves south and east. It can kind of put wave disturbances up in this region here. So over Samoa, the Solomon Islands and Vanuatu, and in that area is where we could have another batch of thunderstorms that we're looking at right here start circulating. I'll keep an eye on that, and I'll just keep updating you. So go ahead, hit subscribe, and follow me on Facebook if you'd like more and more updates. I'm getting more involved with other social media platforms, but those are the two main ones that I use the most. Hope everybody is able to get through these storms okay. This is your weather woman, meteorologist